Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the digital classroom with Holy Heart Schools. Today, we are going to continue with our chapter Composition and Structure of Atmosphere. In today's video, we will be learning about significance of atmosphere, global warming, and the sources of carbon dioxide. While going through these topics, we will be learning some new words like Number 1, atmosphere, the envelope of air which surrounds the earth. Number 2, meteors, the pieces of rock or metal that burns brightly when it enters the earth atmosphere. Number 3, greenhouse gases, gases that contribute to the greenhouse effect by absorbing infrared radiation. Number 4, precipitation, falling of condensed moisture to the ground in form of rain, hail, snow, etc. Number 5, transpiration, the release of water through stomata of the leaves. Number 6, global warming. Global warming means increase in the temperature of Earth's surface by greenhouse gases. Number 7, greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the Earth's surface. Number 8, solar radiation, radiation emitted by the sun. Number 9, terrestrial radiation, the radiation emitted back by the Earth's surface. And at last we have fossil fuels, fuels formed by the decomposition of dead plants and animals. Now students, please open up your chapter number 12, page 91. But before we start with the today's topic, let's have a brief about the topic. Atmosphere is the envelope of gases that completely surrounds the earth. It plays a very important role in making Earth a unique planet in the solar system. It supplies oxygen to support life on the Earth. In its absence, the Earth would have been lifeless like other planets. The presence of carbon dioxide supports plant life on the Earth. It also filters a great deal of harmful ultraviolet and infrared rays coming from the sun. In the absence of the atmosphere, life would not have been possible on the earth. The atmosphere acts as a blanket for the earth. It prevents rapid escape of heat by the terrestrial radiation, keeping the earth warm during the nights. It also helps in maintaining the temperature suitable for life. The earth does not experience extremes of temperature due to the presence of atmosphere. It protects the earth from millions of meteors and meteoroids which fall towards the earth frequently. Communication is possible only due to the presence of atmosphere. Rain, fog, lightning and other phenomena are possible only due to the presence of atmosphere. So now let's read. Significance of atmosphere. Significance means importance. The atmosphere is of great significance for the survival of human beings and other life forms on the earth. Some of them are as under. Number 1. The atmosphere prevents the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays from reaching the earth's surface. It shields us from the meteors. Meteors are the rock or metal particles which shines brightly when it enters the earth's atmosphere, which are continuously coming towards the earth from the outer space. It acts like the greenhouse by trapping the heat and thus control the extremes of temperature during day and night, especially ozone layer, which does not allow the harmful ultraviolet rays to enter into the earth's surface, due to which the temperature of the earth is suitable for supporting the life on the earth. Now next we have that it softens the sun's glare during daytime, and this is again because of the ozone present in the atmosphere. Atmosphere has weight and exerts pressure which depends upon the air temperature. This is because if the temperature is high, the pressure will be low, and if temperature is low, the pressure will be high. So the pressure is dependent upon temperature. The change of weather and climate is due to the presence of atmosphere.
Weather processes such as wind, clouds, and precipitation all the result of atmosphere responding to uneven heating of the earth by the sun. The uneven heating causes temperature difference, which in turn cause air currents, that is wind, to develop, which then move heat from where there is more heat to where there is less heat. The atmosphere thus becomes a giant heat engine which is continuously driven by the sun and is responsible for all the weather phenomena that take place on the earth's surface. Now next is that water vapor present in the atmosphere cause condensation and precipitation. Vapor plays the most important role in the atmosphere. It is the source of condensation, clouds and all forms of precipitation. It is added to the atmosphere by the process of evaporation of water from oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, etc. and also by the transpiration from the leaves of the plants. Water vapors are capable of absorbing heat radiated by the earth and keeps the lower layers of the atmosphere warm at night. Sound waves can travel only in the air. Sound waves can only travel in space if there are enough particles around to transmit the energy in the wave from the source to the listener. Water is a liquid and air is a gas. So water is much denser than air and the particles are not as free to move as air particles are. This is the reason that sound waves can only travel in the air. Life on earth is possible due to the presence of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air that we all know. The ionosphere reflects radio waves back to the earth and thus helps in long distance communication. This is because of the electrically charged particle known as ions which is present in the ionosphere. Now next we are starting up with global warming. Solar energy is intercepted by the earth. At the same time, earth radiates energy into the outer space. Incoming and outgoing radiation processes are taking place simultaneously. The balance between the sun's heat that reaches the earth's surface and the heat radiated by the earth into the space determines the temperature at the surface of the earth. The natural gases present in our atmosphere maintain the balance of the global temperature ideal for the existence of life. According to some climatologists, the temperature of the earth is increasing at a rapid rate due to the reckless human activities like cutting of trees, burning the vegetation, excessive use of fossil fuel, air pollution, etc. This increases the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere, which along with other gases enhances the absorption of the radiation from the earth's surface, which results in the warming of the lower atmosphere, hence resulting in global warming. This warmed lower atmosphere re-radiates the trapped heat energy which further warms the earth's surface. This results in the gradual increase in the temperature that causes change in the climate condition at the regional and global level. So now let's read global warming. Global warming means increase in the temperature of the earth by greenhouse gases. The concept of global warming suggests that there will be an increase in the temperature on the earth's surface and atmosphere. This is due to the increase in amount of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases means gases which trap heat. The major greenhouse gases are water vapor, carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, methane, nitrogen oxide. By acting like a glass wall of a greenhouse, these gases prevent heat from escaping into the space. Without the greenhouse effect, the earth would have been too cold to sustain life. The sun is a major source of heat on the earth. Some of the heat that reaches the earth from the sun is reflected back in the atmosphere, and this is known as terrestrial radiation. Gases in the atmosphere like carbon dioxide do not allow this heat to escape into the space. Instead, the heat is held back and it warms the atmosphere. The movement of the heat between the Earth's surface and atmosphere helps in regulating. Regulating means maintaining the temperature of the Earth. In other words, the balance between the sun's heat that reaches the surface of the earth, that is insolation, and the heat that is radiated back into the space, means terrestrial radiation, determines the temperature at the surface of the earth. Radiated back means emit in the form of rays. The insolation is in the form of short waves and terrestrial radiation is in the form of long waves. Scientists have observed that since the last ice age about 10,000 years ago, ice age was an era when most of the part of the world was covered with ice. The climate in many parts of the world has changed dramatically, and this we all are experiencing now also. The Antarctica, which is covered with snow throughout the year, there also the icebergs are melting day by day. This is just because of the increase in amount of greenhouse gases, which is making the earth warm. One of the significant changes has been an increase in the temperature on the earth. Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere helps to regulate the temperatures on the earth by preventing the heat energy near the earth's surface from escaping into the space. This is known as greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the earth's surface. Carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere is responsible for the greenhouse effect. Without the greenhouse effect, the earth would be too cold to sustain life. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is gradually increasing due to the increased burning of fossil fuels, that is coal, petroleum, natural gas, and deforestation. Now next we are going to start up with the sources of carbon dioxide. There are both natural and human sources of carbon dioxide emission. Natural sources include decomposition, ocean release and respiration, and human sources come from activities like cement production, deforestation, as well as burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil and natural gas. Due to human activities, the atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide has been rising extensively since industrial revolution and has now reached dangerous level not seen in the last 3 million years. Human sources of carbon dioxide emission are much smaller than the natural emission, but they have upset the natural balance that existed for many thousands of years before the influence of humans. So now let's read sources of carbon dioxide. Much of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is produced through the natural processes, which include respiration, means breathing in and out by the living organisms, decomposition of plants and animal remains, and chemical breakdown of matter. Here decomposition means decaying of dead plants and animals. In a carbon cycle, decomposers break down dead material from plants and other organisms and release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, where it's available to plants for photosynthesis. After that, decomposition releases carbon into air, soil and water. Volcanic eruptions also release large amount of carbon dioxide in the air. However, other processes like burning of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the fuels which are produced by the decaying of dead plants and animals, that is coal, petroleum and natural gas, smoke from vehicles, factories, etc. also increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This is the reason that the government is keeping the pollution check by the smoke emitted from the vehicles, from the factories, etc. Another source of increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is deforestation. Deforestation means cutting of trees on the large scale, because if there will be no trees, there would be nothing to absorb carbon dioxide released by the natural and the human activities, and which will ultimately result in the increased amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Scientists have observed that carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing by 1.5 part per million every year. The fossil fuels are the main responsible for the increasing carbon dioxide level. The scientists predict that the world temperature would rise by 0.3 degrees Celsius every 10 years. A doubling of amount of carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere would raise the Earth's average temperature by 3.5 degrees Celsius and 4.5 degrees Celsius. This possible increase in the worldwide temperature is called
global warming.
These all predictions given by the scientists are the alarm for the human beings. Because if they are not controlling their activities now, the earth will come to an end very soon. So now students, with this we are ending up with the topic of the day. Please revise your topic and do the related exercises. Thank you.